Let's say you're posting content online and you're just not getting the followers that you want. I'm going to answer your concerns and explain to you exactly why that's happening. And you might be like, third party, how would you even know? I know because I've seen it a lot. I've seen it with a lot of people. And I actually want to explain that real quickly because you're probably watching this channel and you're like, you only have like 750 subscribers or whatever it is. And yes, this is a new channel. We're not trying to grow this super big. We're just trying to get the right people here on this channel. And the right people are people that are interested in growing their brand, just like I've done, just like I've done at my company so far. Let me explain what we've done. I personally own 20 Instagram theme pages. I have about 4 million followers there. My personal brand, and I'll pop all this up on the screen, my personal brand has about 100K followers combined between all platforms. I've grown 400 plus personal brands between my consulting company and my agency, and that's done a combined 8 figures plus in sales, somewhere in that range. So we are experts. We do this. This isn't like, oh, why is this channel with 750 subscribers explaining this? I've been there. I've done it. I've done millions of dollars in revenue, and I've helped other people do it. And I know exactly what you're thinking when it comes to, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know why I'm not getting followers. Let me explain what's happening. And there's really 2 categories here, okay? There's tactics and there's messaging. And I'm going to come back to messaging in a second. Let's talk about tactics real quick. There's editing stuff. People tell you to use trending audio. People tell you to use ManyChat. People tell you to pace your videos and slow down or speed up. People tell you that your style is off or your profile is set up weird and this and that. And look, I'll tell you this. Tactically, there are some things with editing. There are some things with trends. There are some things with pacing on camera and talking really slow and really, really fast, okay? There are some things with style. Like I got a little style here. I got the light behind me. You know, we got a little lighting set up, a good camera. I got the iPad here. You know, the profile set up. You know, yeah, okay, look professional. But none of this matters, right? Or it matters secondarily, right? And this is all secondary. But what I'll tell you is everybody that teaches growth and teaches how to get followers and all, like, here's how to grow your personal brand and this and that, they only focus on tactics and they forget all about message. And so all I'm going to focus on in this video is message, and I'm going to give you guys 2 exercises on exactly how to hone yours in, okay? So I want you to forget the tactics, okay? The tactics can come secondarily because if your message is no good, nobody will ever resonate with it no matter how good the tactics are. Like let's say you're putting out, I don't know, 10 pieces of content on IG a week. Let's say reels. 10 reels a week, okay? And with those reels, the message is shit. The message is shit, but you have good editing. People aren't just watching for good editing. They're watching because they say, this is relatable, this is unique, this guy's different, this is super good, I got a lot of value out of this. Editing and pace and like all that, that's just like a consumability factor, which like makes it easier for a lot of people to watch. The message is what matters, and nobody, I'm gonna cross it out, but nobody really teaches that. Nobody covers that. It like doesn't even cross their minds, and I'm like, are you guys like even in the game? You guys are nuts. Oh, do this one little hack for your hashtags and forget the hashtags, dude. Focus on the messaging. So there'd be a couple questions I'm asking myself. Do people give a shit about the content that you're making? Do they? Do they even care? Like, rewatch your content yourself. This is actually helpful. Are you actually good? And we're going to talk about this a little bit further, but are you actually good? Are you good at what you do? Are you an outlier? Are you different? Is what you do that much better than all your competitors and everybody else is posting content about the same stuff you're posting content about? If it's not, like, why should they follow you? Good question to ask. What makes you unique? Are you actually any different than any of the other people? Not just different in your results and better and actually good, but are you different and unique in that you have your own personality? You have your own way of doing things. You have this one thing that you do over and over that's super relatable to people. Your story is just like so many people like hear it and they're just like, wow, do you have that or not? Because everybody has that, but are you using it? Okay? And that's where we focus on the messaging. The messaging is the thing that differentiates us from everybody else. And look, in many ways, it's harder to grow. It is harder to grow sometimes because everybody is good at the tactics. Everybody has the editing. Everybody has the pacing. Everybody has the same style and this and that. That's like supposedly the best engagement style, okay? But it's easier. It's also easier because there's so many copycats that when you are authentic and you have your own message and you are unique, you stand out from the crowd so much. Because someone's scrolling. They're scrolling on their phone. They're scroll. All they see is the same shit over and over and over again. They're like, they get bored of it. But as soon as they see somebody pop up, like think about what Tate did. Tate was a talking head speaker just like all these other talking head speakers. But he popped up and he brought something unique, some kind of energy to the space. And he grew easily because he was that much different and that much better. So, what are some exercises for you guys to do? The first one is avatar and emotions. What's your ideal avatar? The person that follows you, okay? I want you to write out their characteristics. Are they smart, right? Okay, maybe smart. Maybe their IQ is like 105 plus or something, right? Like there's some characteristics, 105 plus. They live in the USA. They're a male. They're aged 20 to 35 years old. Okay, like these are characteristics. These are things about the ideal avatar. Oh, my battery's running low here. Things about the ideal avatar that makes them them. Okay? Now there's emotions that they feel. I want you to write out the pains, the desires, the problems that they have in their life. Like what are they feeling on a day-to-day basis that they just hate so much they want to overcome? You should help them with that. What do you think this video is? This video is helping people that are watching it, you, help solve the painful problem of, I don't know why I'm not getting followers and I'm posting all this content. Or help solve the desire of, I want to grow followers, but I don't know what I'm doing, or like, it's just not happening. I don't know what's wrong, but I really want to grow. Because I know on the other side of that is a lot of money. That's what this video is. And so this video is honing in on the exact emotions of our avatar. Our avatar is pretty much this right here. You want to grow a personal brand or make money on social media, and you have the pain of you don't know how to grow, or you're struggling to grow. Boom. This video is going to help you solve that. You guys have to be thinking about that with your content. If the content that you're making is not honing in on the emotions, pains, problems, desires, it's going to kind of just be lost in the algorithm somewhere because it's not really going to be speaking to a specific person, and you need it to speak to a specific person. Now, this one's a little different. Number 2, actually being great. Why do you think I went over my results at the very start? Just some of the basic highlights. Owning all these pages, the 4 million followers, having a bunch of personal brands myself. I've grown a bunch of personal brands, all the sales, all that. I'm not here to brag. I actually don't even want to tell people any of that, to be honest. I really don't want that out there. But to grow my company, I need it to be out there. I need it to be out there that we make a ton of money. And so having real world results and customer results is huge. Maybe if you're starting, you don't have customer results, but having real world results is huge. You actually have to be great. I see a lot of people that want to start personal brands and they have no results. They're like 18 years old. They're just kind of getting started in the world, and somebody somewhere has convinced them that they need to start a personal brand. You don't start a personal brand. At that moment in time, you need to get results. You need to be somebody. You need something kind of like going on and happening in your life that says, you know what, I'm an expert at this shit. If you don't have that, you need to go start some kind of business. I recommend theme pages. That's what I started. That's why I talk about theme pages all the time. If you want to make money on social media, you should start a theme page. But if you're trying to start a personal brand, you actually have to be great. And actually being great means going out and facing the world, getting real world results. There's a lot of people that try to grow a personal brand, and some do it successfully, but they've never done anything. And so they get all these followers and they're like, I don't even know who I am. Like, I don't know what I am or like what I stand for or what any of this is about really. I'm got 100K followers and I'm lost because I kind of figured out with like tactics and shit. You don't want to be in that position. You want to be in a position where you're like, I know exactly who I am. I have great results. I'm on this upward trajectory that's not going to stop because I'm not going to get in my head about it. And when you have real results and you have customer results, it's very easy to have an authoritative voice. When you have an authoritative voice and you talk about it like you know what you're talking about, just like I'm talking to you guys right now, it's very easy for people to start to trust you because you show results and then you talk in a way that's like, this is the shit, because it comes from your story. It comes from your experience. That's where people start to trust you, when you have authority. And authority is derived from results. not just speaking in an authoritative way, but also showing that authority through the results that you have. And finally, a relatable story. Can people even relate to you? Are you the guy that's like, yeah, I grew up rich and then yada yada and like now I built this business and like look at me? Or are you the guy like, look man, like I didn't start with much, yada yada, like this happened, I had a weird childhood, etc., but I still made it out because I did this. You know, it doesn't really matter either way, but you're gonna, based on the story you tell, you're gonna relate to one group or the other, or whatever group it is. You know, when I tell my story, it's like, look, I grew up in a good home, middle class, and I went to college because I thought I needed to go to college, and I got there and I dropped out after 2 months because I realized when I was there that this wasn't the place to be in. And I can keep going, but you guys get the picture. Like when I tell that story, that's relatable for a lot of people because a lot of people go to college, and I know it's relatable because I hear it in my DMs. The friends that I have from high school, they say, you know what, dude, you were right about that. You know, you were right about dropping out. Like that, it was bullshit. And so I know it's relatable because I hear it from other people. I get that feedback. It's like a mirror. And so if you guys actually become great, and then you can hone in on the emotions, and you're unique because you're great and you have that relatable story that's different and it's your own, that's when you start to grow. That's when you start to be excellent. That's when you start to be different with your personal brand, and nobody can match you. Nobody can come compete with you because you are the guy. You become the guy, and that's how the personal brand grows the best way possible. So if you're watching this, you're like, look, man, I don't think I'm actually great. Like, be honest with yourself. I don't think I'm actually that great. You shouldn't build your personal brand yet. You should wait. You should pause on it and say, you know what? Like, damn, Nick is on something. He's done this before, and like, I need to actually be great, and then I can grow my personal brand. Everyone will have that opportunity one day to grow their personal brand. It just comes down to the right time. And you don't want to be the person relying on bullshit tactics, and you kind of have this fugazi fake persona online that isn't actually you and isn't that strong of a message. So look, guys, if you're just getting started and you're like, why am I not getting followers? Why do you get no followers? It's because of this. Your message is way off, and you're probably focusing on tactics, or that's what most people are recommending to you. And you need to do these two things: become great and hone in on the avatar and the emotions, and you will crush it. You will blow up if you do this. Now, if you guys want my help doing this, if you're like, you know what, I am great, I just don't know how to get to the avatar, to get to the emotions, I don't know how to grow, I don't know how to put that out there, we can help. We've done it with hundreds of people so far. We have a ton of crazy results. You can check out our channel. You can also go below and you can check out the video where I explain exactly how we help those people and exactly how we can help you too. You can submit an application. The link is below in the description. Hopefully I see you guys inside. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. My name is Nick from Launch Socials. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you in the next video.